Hey guys, Christina Schooler with The Rooted Method here. Today we're going to talk about 7 tips for female hygiene in the backcountry. So we're going to jump right in with the first tip. Number 1, I want you to bring Dr. Bronner's soap everywhere you go. It is good for cleaning your clothes while you're doing a multi-day trip. So we have my wool underwear, a plastic bag, my water bottle, and the Dr. Bronner's soap, which is wonderful and amazing for the backcountry. So first, Kat, I want you to put a little bit of water in the bag. Just fill it just enough to really get the underwear wet. Perfect. Now I want you to put the underwear in the bag. Great. Now put a little bit of soap, just about a dime's worth. A little bit goes a long way. Really just a little. That's perfect. That is perfect. Now seal the bag, and you're gonna shake it like maracas and rub it for about 30 seconds.
Rub it?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh my goodness. Rub it, yeah. Rub it, perfect. Kat's doing a great job. Again, you're just
have
trying.
fun with it, you know? Like,
yeah, I've had dance parties with the
washing
laundry.
my underwear in the woods.
Awesome.
To keep my vagina healthy.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Awesome.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. See how soapy it is? Perfect. Now, 200 feet away from water, you can wash it out. So you can pour it over. Perfect.
Oh, here.
Wash it. Exactly. Awesome. And guys, this underwear is wool. You always want to have wool underwear or clothing in the backcountry because it dries and does not smell as bad as cotton. I always say no to cotton in the backcountry. Awesome.
Done.
Now, with the underwear, all you do, hang it on a line or a tree to dry overnight. And
you could even probably hang it on your backpack, right?
You can.
As
exactly.
you're going.
You can. And your
Good to
backpack.
go.
That way you have fresh, clean underwear every single day, guys. There's
Keep
no
your vagina
excuses.
happy, guys.
Seriously. Keep your vagina happy. So
What did it ever do to you?
Exactly. Number 2, one of my favorites that I learned from one of my great mentors in the outdoors, a pee rag. So you're gonna grab a bandana or another like a buff if you want to, or a cloth. Now, this is really important because a lot of people, a lot of women, when they're in the backcountry, will just kind of shake their butts to get the pee off if they're not trying to use any toilet paper, which I don't recommend. This will prevent a lot of urinary tract infections and yeast infections. You have to pee. What are you gonna do?
What do I do?
So you have that pee rag on your backpack. Wonderful. So let's take it out, Kat.
Okay.
So take the pee rag off, and I want you to make sure that you go at least 100 yards away from the trail. So don't pee near the trail. You're gonna squat low.
Look at that squat depth.
Look at that squat depth. And you're gonna wipe from front to back. And then stand up, and you just put that on the back of your backpack. So your pee's there, and remember, the bacteria will kill it. The sunlight will kill it. You don't have to worry about that. That's gonna be your toilet paper for the trip.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Let's say you do get a yeast infection or a urinary tract infection. Bring something like Azo or some emergency relief, because the last thing you want is to be caught in a snowstorm or a rainstorm or a sandstorm and be in pain while you're hiking and sweaty and gross. So I always bring these in case something like that happens. I just pack these in a little, Sea to Summit bag. I always bring them. I've given them to my friends before who didn't prepare accordingly. Okay, so number 4, we're gonna jump into talking about making sure that you take care of period control, anything to do with periods. There's 2 things I think you need to be cognizant of with the period. Number 1, if you are on your period, like I was actually a few weeks ago when I was in Washington, take a bag and make sure to put your tampon, your used tampon, in the bag when you're done. Do not throw your used tampons in the woods at all. That is so bad for nature. If you have a used tampon, put them in a bag. You can put them in multi-bags, tie it, and pack it out. Whatever you bring in on a trip, you always want to pack it out, especially with sanitation. Number 2, some women like to use something called a Diva Cup. I don't have one here with me, but essentially it's a V-shaped cup. It's called a Diva Cup, and you actually insert it into your body, and it kind of acts as a catch. So your menstrual flow will just flow into the cup. You can toss it in the woods when you're done, wash it out with water, and it's recyclable, recyclable and reusable. So you don't have to just throw it away. When you pay for it, you can use it over and over again, and it's also biodegradable and environmentally friendly. My partner Kat is demonstrating. She used my tent here because she looks like a tent. We are camping right now in sub-zero temperature, and I'm serious, guys, this is very important, a good trick. If you're in really cold weather, take a bag and pee in the bag at night. Literally squat down.
In your tent.
In your tent, take the bag, and you're gonna pee in the bag. Just like this, zip it up, and put it to the side. In the morning when you go out and the sunshine is there, you're gonna toss it out. I have found when it's been cold in camping, this is really, really good, especially in really snowy, windy weather when you can get disoriented at night. So Kat, my tent is protecting me from that disorienting weather, but tent or water bottle to use as, you know, a toilet when you're in the tent at night. My next tip seems simple, but stay hydrated. Stay very, very hydrated on your trip. One of the biggest reasons women actually get yeast infections and any sort of like kidney bacterial infections is from lack of hydration. So you should be drinking about half your body weight in ounces every single day on a trip. So if you weigh 140 pounds, you want to be taking in about 70 ounces of water at least every day to stay hydrated. And my last tip is one of the best, is to get a drum. A drum is an outdoor shower. It's essentially a black bag, it's an oval, it kind of has a canvas feel. Inside the drum, you put water from a stream or a lake, you hang it up on a tree, and you use that as a way to clean yourself. So I've taken backcountry showers that way. You know, that's a really good way to just stay clean if you're doing like a 10-day trip or like a 5-day trip. You can take a drum in the backcountry, take a shower, and also use the Dr. Bronner's soap because it's multi-purpose. So this is safe for like your entire vaginal area. You can put it in your hair. You can wash your dishes with it. I like to get the peppermint. It's awesome. You can even wash your mouth with it. So it's really multi-purpose and really good for saving room in your backpack. But just because you're in the backcountry, ladies, it does not mean you cannot shower. You can shower with a drum. Also, like I mentioned earlier, make sure that the drum is 200 feet away from a water source. Do not take this and go in a stream and shower. That's just not good for the environment. And do not take it and go in a lake. Now, if you do want to swim or get in the stream, just make sure that you wash off with the drum first so you're not taking any chemicals into those water sources. So, I know that was a lot of information, but I don't want to waste your time. And if you have any questions at all, please comment below, or any other tricks that you have with female hygiene in the backcountry. Please don't forget to subscribe, click the link below, and I cannot wait to bring you more tips and tricks in the future.